we got some new footage for Space Marine 2. I'm actually really excited about it. You can't quite see the titles behind me, but they're all Warhammer 40k. But of course, somebody's got to rain on my parade and not know what they're talking about. And I've pretty much been into 40k since like 2007, reading the lore, playing the games. And I am absolutely disgusted with what GW's doing. So I'm no GW Bob just shilling for him all the time. I've actually quit buying any of their products. But this game actually looks good. So I'm going to nerd out over this article and tell them where they're wrong. But before I go on a tirade, make sure you drop me a like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video out, and of course at the end, I want to hear your comments. Yes, you can make fun of me for being a nerd, I don't care. But let's get into this thing. Gameplay footage for Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 looks like it needs a lot of work as combat looks extremely rough. Well, let's figure out what the hell they're talking about. Focus Entertainment's revealed new gameplay footage for their upcoming Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 video game. I'm just going to say Space Marine 2 video game. There's no point in reading that. And the combat looks a little rough. I don't think it does. Space Marine 2 is a third-person action game. Follows the story of Space Marine Lieutenant Titus as he and his comrades unleash the might of the Holy Emperor against ravenous Tyranid hordes. The gameplay trailer begins with Titus witnessing a number of Cadian Guard being executed for seemingly deserting. That's 40k. From there, Titus walks his way through a bombed-out city before a number of spores invade a courtyard. Titus then picks up the pace and wades into battle, laying down gunfire and tossing grenades as his fellow Space Marines dive into combat with their chainsword. Yes! Like, there is nothing more badass than an 8-foot-tall man in power armor carrying a chainsword. A sword that is a chainsaw and hacking things in half. Yes! As Titus gets closer, he too pulls out his chainsword and begins tearing up the Tyranid hordes with each slash. He also levies blows with his sidearm in a devastating combo. Yes, because chainswords are one-handed. It only makes sense that you hack something up and shoot something else in the face at the same time. At one point, we see him perform a devastating kill as he lifts up a Tyranid on his chainsword and then splits it in half with his left arm. Yes, it's a genetically modified superhuman that has literally been cut in half, had organs reinserted, and had his DNA changed to make him the most badass thing in the fucking galaxy. As all of this is playing out, it's unclear what kind of damage Titus has taken from the Tyranids. Probably not much. I know it's a video game, so they're going to have to give him some damage, but realistically, not much. The combat also feels very chaotic, as it should be. The Tyranids are literally a swarm army. They literally invade planets with billions of little bioforms who are led by several creatures that feed them orders telepathically, and they pretty much just mob everything until it dies. It's going to be chaotic as fuck. At one point, there are two Tyranids just kind of standing behind Titus, not really attacking him. He then appears to do some kind of force pull, or a Tyranid leaps at him and he grabs it out of the air and kills it. There's a reason that video I just scrolled by is paused where it is. After killing this one, Titus then turns his attention to the Tyranids who are just lounging around and kills them. After this, a horde does indeed knock down Titus, but he quickly gets up as they surround him and lays waste to the rest of the Tyranids in the courtyard. Good. Screw the Xeno scum. The God Emperor protects. Performing what appears to be another unique kill. Yes. Alright, so I think this is the part of the video they are whining and complaining about. Alright, so what he just killed is called a Tyranid warrior. It is classified as what is called a synapse creature. All the little ones running around that they're just slaughtering easily are dumb. And when I say dumb, I mean dumb. As in, they only do one of two things if there's not a synapse creature around. They stand around or they attack the first thing they see. What I see in this video is after he killed that warrior, there's a green glow around the other little Tyranids that I can only assume that they somehow implemented this, that if you kill a Synapse creature, everything else just goes to the lore, and they just either stand around or jump at anything to attack it. Now, of course, I could be wrong, and they could be absolutely correct. But I see where they don't know what they're talking about, and this game is sticking to lore, which I absolutely love. Right? And see there, we see him standing around not doing anything. We see one attacking. And just like finally attack. And now another Synapse creature is there, likely taking control of everything, so it's going to start attacking again. So don't get me wrong. I know this dude's probably just a journalist and has no idea what the hell he's talking about. But I do. Okay, rant over. I'm getting back to the article. Let's do the thing. One thing the footage does have going for it is a unique setting. The views of the war and the battle taking place definitely make one feel like a soldier in a much larger battle. I mean, respectively speaking, in theory, there's maybe 100,000 Space Marines in the galaxy, but there are trillions of humans. Not millions, not billions, trillions of humans spread across the galaxy for the Imperium. Yes, Space Marines are extremely rare. The architecture is also well designed, and one can imagine what splendor the city looked like before the Tyranid is attacked. Yeah, I mean, everything's pretty much Gothic in style. Like, I mean, you can see on their backpack. There's literally a skull on their backpack. It also provides an emotional element of the battle. It definitely appears that the Space Marines and Cadians are on the back foot and the Tyranids are advancing. Well, yeah, that's why anytime humanity has a victory over Tyranids, it's something that's celebrated and massive parades are thrown across the galaxy. I mean, I say that, I know somebody's going to hate on me, like, nobody actually talks about that. Yes, I know. There is a sense of desperation that you must achieve victory. Yes, fight and kill or die. After showing off some more of the combat around Cadia, they also revealed another planet that Titus and his Space Marines will travel to. Oh god, they're actually going to bring chaos into this. God, I was hoping it would be all Tyranids. I think they're going to bring chaos into it. It's always chaos. The art design is definitely standout for this gameplay footage. Yeah, I mean, it looks fantastic. The actual combat was less than stellar and appears Saber Interactive needs to significantly work on how the various Tyranid monsters engage with the player. No, I just explained it. It actually looks like they accounted for the lore. It just looked clunky and all too unrealistic. Are you telling me that a giant 8-foot man in power armor that's undergone numerous surgeries, that's been split from head to groin and had organs shoved inside of him and his DNA tampered with, and had a shell inserted under his skin so that he can plug into his power armor, where he gets even stronger and runs even faster, carries around a chainsword, and in the photo right here has a jump pack where he can launch his multi-ton self into the air and murder shit, is unrealistic? Bro. We also did not get a good idea of what the narrative or story of the game about. The official description states, embody the superhuman skill and brutality of a Space Marine, the greatest of the Emperor's warriors, unleash deadly abilities, and an arsenal of devastating weaponry to obliterate the relentless Tyranid hordes. What more story do you need? Like, what are you looking for? Like, if you want stories, there are channels out there. There is more lore and more reading of 40K than most. If you were to sit down and read it end to end, nonstop, never sleep, you probably couldn't finish it in a year. Like, this is a niche game. It really is. Hold at bay the horrors of the galaxy and epic battles on far-flung planets, uncover dark secrets, and drive back the everlasting night to prove your ultimate loyalty to humanity. I think they are going to bring in chaos. Damn it! Heed the call of battle, for there is only war. Yes. Like the title of, there is an intro in everything in 40K. in the grimdark future of the 41st millennia, there is only war. Like this proves to me that you have no idea what 40K is, and you're just bitching about something to bitch about something. The game is expected to release sometime this winter. I will be picking it up. I actually like the first Space Marine game. I hated that it went to Chaos from Orcs, but that's something GW and everybody and all the fans need to get over, is not everything has to be about Chaos. Based on the gameplay footage, I would not be surprised if the game was pushed back, as it appears to still need quite a bit of work before it's ready for a release. What do you think of this gameplay footage? It looks fan-fucking-tastic. I absolutely love it. It probably needs polishing. I'm going to have to watch this full 8-minute video. But it looks fantastic. Okay, anyway, I need to stop nerding because I need to make other videos today. Guys, drop me a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Share this video because I think this is actually going to be a really good game. And if anybody else knows anything about 40K, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section, because I'm actually impressed with this so far. I think this dude's just talking out of his ass. But maybe you can point something out I missed. But that's it for this video, you guys. Just remember, be easy like sleazy.